Welcome everybody to my newest Let's Play, Final Fantasy II on the Wii Virtual Console. This is actually Final Fantasy IV, but it was released in America as Final Fantasy II because of, by the time that they were getting ready to translate Final Fantasy II and III from the Famicom system, the Super Nintendo had already come out in America. So they were like, well, let's just release the Final Fantasy IV, the newest Final Fantasy over in Japan, that's out on the Super Nintendo. Let's just release that one over in America, not worry about the two older ones on the Nintendo. So it kind of messed up the numbering systems for a while. That's why in America, Final Fantasy IV came out as 2 over here, and Final Fantasy VI came out as Final Fantasy III. But for the most part, they're the same. There is a little bit of difference, though, in Final Fantasy II and the Final Fantasy IV that was released over in Japan. Some of the things were dumbed down in Final Fantasy II here, the American version. Some spells are missing. Some items were consolidated. Instead of having, like, different items to heal different status effects, like poison, stone, confusion, they just made one universal one. Like Insuna spell, the heal spell, to take up all those things. Some of the characters also lost some abilities, and I'll point them out as I go along. But even with the changes, I really like this Final Fantasy. It's probably my favorite. It was my first Final Fantasy that I played. I played some other RPGs before this, Dragon Warrior 1, Dragon Warrior 2, Ultima 3. So when I saw this in Nintendo Power, I was like, it looks interesting, and I wanted to pick it up. Like I said, it's my first Final Fantasy, and they would just say, like, your first one is your favorite, but there's a lot of reasons why I think this one is my favorite, and I'll go over them as we play the game, but let's get into the game real quick. And we're going to start a new game. I have a few things here to show off some stuff, but we're going to start a brand new game, and as always, we will be renaming our heroes after Rattie from Mighty Mouse House. But we won't get a chance in this episode. It just opens the game up, showing off the Mode 7 graphics the Super Nintendo was kind of famous for. And our main character there is the Knight in Blue. Captain Cecil, we are about to arrive. Good. Why are we robbing crystals from innocent people? That's our duty. Do we really have to keep doing this? This game basically follows Cecil's progression. He's the main character. But the party will rotate in and out. We'll get different party members with different skills, different classes. Give us the crystal of water. What have we done? The crystal or your life? Never! Then take the crystal by force. So it adds some strategy, because your party's always going to be changing. The rats I will be naming characters after will be the final party members. So if you see a character get a name, they will be in the final party. Ah! No, don't dare to defy us! Ah! And we defeated the Black Wizard and the White Wizard. This guy's gonna come into play a little bit later on in the game. The Elder. Why, alright, take the crystal. You should have said it earlier. Our first task here that we're doing off screen is grabbing the water crystal of this town that we're gonna learn is called Mysidia. Why is the King of Baron doing this? Why do you pursue the crystal so eagerly? We don't know. We will learn eventually, though. All these mysteries will be revealed. We take pride in being members of the Red Wings. Looting is out of the question. Stop it. Captain, we can't stand doing this anymore. Listen. Possessing the crystal is an essential factor for our prosperity. Moreover, His Majesty, just the Mysidians knew too much about the secret of the crystal. We are the Red Wings, the Air Force of the King of Baron. The royal command is absolute. Captain. Monsters! Take up fighting positions. We're just going to have 2 battles here that are scripted. You can't control anything. But Cecil here, our main character, uses these items. They were taken out of the American version. So later on in the game, you can get these items, the fire bomb and this lightning bomb coming up from drops from enemies. But they were dummied out of the American version. So we'll never get to get these items and use them. But they kind of show them off here, so... Everyone okay? Yes, sir, but there are too many monsters these days. Too many agree. What's happening? Once again, we'll find out later. We are overlanding. Baron, make a landing. So once again, we have airships, but we won't have access to an airship for quite a while. A staple of Final Fantasy, the airship, but... Yeah, we start off with one, but we are going to have our airships taken away from us. Thanks to Cecil's feelings here. Oh, Cecil, it's the crystal of water, but Mysidians were so helpless. What are you trying to say? This way, Cecil. Notice what Bagan there does. He pushes that little button there, and that opens the doors. Later on, we're going to have to, when we get control of Cecil, we'll be able to open doors like that, and by pressing the little buttons nearby them. So the game kind of teaches you that before you get your control. Please wait here. And now Bagan, he's kind of like the chief guard here. He's going to report to the king that we're kind of questioning him. Your Majesty, I'm afraid Cecil's developed quite a rebellious air. Truly? Well done, Bagan. We must do something. Call him in. Yes, Your Majesty. And that will be the reason why we end up getting stripped of our command. Cecil, His Majesty summons you. Please come in. We thank you for successfully completing the mission. Now, where is it? Here, my liege. Hand over the crystal to Bagan. Rio crystal. Good, Cecil. You may leave now. Your Majesty. What? What is it? We do not understand the meaning of taking crystals away from honest people. Disobeying me? No, I don't. We do know of your discontent, Cecil. If you can no longer trust me, then I can no longer place the Red Wings in your command. You are dismissed from your post. Your Majesty. Go and hunt the summoned monsters of the Misty Valley, and take this package to the Village Mist. You may depart tomorrow morning. These guards are going to prevent us from talking with the king. Here comes our friend, Cain, Your Majesty. Cecil didn't. If you're concerned about Cecil that much, go with him, Cain, Your Majesty. Now, leave with the package. Receive the package. Your Majesty. And the guards push us out, and there'll be a guard blocking the way there. Sorry, Cain. Don't worry, he'll put you back in command of the Red Wings after this mission. But never mind, go back to your room and take a rest. Walk in all directions using the control pad and talk to every person you meet using the A button. Must be careful not to miss what they say. An unexpected person may give you information. So we're going to do that. We're going to go talk with all the people. Now we finally have control. And we can't go talk with the king. The king will not see you until you have completed your mission. So it looks like we got to go deliver that package to the Village Mist. But if the king hears people talk about him like this, he'll be angry. Treasure your life. I have faith in His Majesty. I feel something strange about the king lately. Now, Cecil's class right here, he's a Dark Knight, which is similar to the Dark Knight class in Final Fantasy III. Sprite is very similar. The Misty Valley is in the northwest. If our Dragoon, Cain, and Cecil the Red Wings joined forces, there would be no match. And Cain here is a Dragoon, which is also a class from Final Fantasy III. What's wrong? Sorry, Cain. Oh, stop that. I mastered the Dark Sword as commanded by His Majesty, but it was to defend and not to rob. Do not blame yourself. His Majesty must have his own reason. And Cain will join our party in a little bit. Like the Dragoon from Final Fantasy III, he has the jump command, which lets him do extra damage when he jumps with the spear equipped. But you brought back the crystal of water from Mysidia. I wasn't sleeping. So he's very similar to the Dragoon in Final Fantasy III. Rosa became a white wizard to be at help. Be nice to her. The game has become very energetic lately, but something is strange. I'm studying the basics. I learned Tier 1 in my last class. But Cecil's a little different than the Dark Knight Final Fantasy 3. He can't use white magic. He'll eventually be able to use white magic when he changes classes later on. But for now, he just basically is a straight attacker. Sleep. Aren't you sleepy? Nope. Gotta practice more, buddy. I'm working on the use of magic spells in battles right now. Some monsters are immune to the basic spells such as fire, ice, and lit. Must be more to learn. For the most part, though, like classes, your character is set in a default class. Salutes us. I feel something very evil to the castle lately, don't you, sir? So it's aiming to be like Final Fantasy 3, where we, can change classes. It's too late. Better to stay in, sir. It will be an early leave tomorrow morning. Please take a rest. And just like how we saw Bacon do, we're gonna hit that button, and that opens up the doors. Take the treasure in this room. The switch is on the wall there. So we'll hit that switch. And there's a glitch that speedruns use to power up. I'll show that glitch off later, but it's very important that we grab that tent to be able to use that glitch. Let's just head this way. There's another switch here, but this guy's preventing us from going there. The treasure of Baron is stored here. No one is allowed. So we'll have to come back there later. There's some guys there. We'll talk with them. They're off limits. So yeah, a bunch of places are off limits in the castle, but we'll be back here later on. Did you see our boss sit anywhere? Yeah, so just like Final Fantasy 2 and 3, we got a sit in this game. I found a good place to goof off and take a nap. Oops. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, please, don't tell our boss. And like the sit in Final Fantasy 2 and 3, that I've Let's Plays on my channel here, this sit is kind of like a mechanical genius and works with airships. We're actually going to meet him in just a little bit here. He's going to pop up. There he is right up there, behind the Baron there. And we'll see him. He's going to talk to us a little bit. But first we're going to talk with the game's love interest here, Rosa, Cecil. You are not hurt. I was so anxious. We are not hurt. How could we be? The wizards didn't even raise their hands. Cecil? Can I see you later? Yeah, later. She's the one who, has become the White Wizard to help us out. She will become a party member later. Now, much later in the game, when we come back here, we're going to have to go in through a back door here. This is the back door. I'm going to the moat here. Way back here. There's a little passage here. They won't let us go into the passage until later. But just keep that in mind for much later in the game. Several hours into the game here. We'll be coming back. Let's head back in here. Head into this door here. Once again, we're going to talk with everybody like we were told to. The mages you didn't submit are combined here. You can talk with them over the cage. See here we have those two black wizards and the one white wizard. You're that Dark Knight in Mysidia that we captured. Well, now we can talk with them here. You don't understand. The crystal is not just jewelry. Gotta wait for them to come close. Please return the crystal to Mysidia. Capture them and put them in jail. We're going to go talk with some of our crew members who helped do that. As soon as we talk with Sid here, he's going to come out. There he is. Hey, Cecil. Come on out. You can see where that passageway leads to eventually. Through that door, we'll be able to go where Sid was. How's my airship doing? What's wrong? I was... what? Who's going to command the Red Wings then? I'm not sure what the king is thinking. He ordered me to make an airship, but I don't want it to be used as a weapon. Well, I gotta go home. I've been working all night and my daughter is worried about me. So Sid made a new airship? That's, again, gonna come and play later on in the game. But they're really building things up here. Ouch, that hurts. Captain. That mission has made me feel bad. The Red Wings have lost their glitter. I'm trying to forget about the things we did in Mysidia. Here's where Sid was, but there's nothing up here right now. There'll be a little scene up there in the sequel to this game. It has a sequel, Final Fantasy IV: The After Years. I don't know if I should get to that game, but we used a lot of assets from this game, so that's why a lot of people don't really like it, because you're doing a lot of stuff they did in this game. I've changed the seats, leaving early tomorrow morning, sir. Good night. And because we were the captain of the Air Force, we get our own room. It's gonna function like an inn. We get to sleep here. We store our magic points and hit points. Cecil doesn't have any magic points. He won't use them until he changes classes. For right now, like I said, he's just a straight fighter. What happened to His Majesty, the Crystal of Mysidia? Do you really have to snatch it from the peace-loving people? Never again, even if ordered. Now, Cecil is just a bare-bones fighter. In the Japanese version, he had an ability called Darkness, which attacked all the enemies, but cost him a little bit of his hit points. That was dumbed out of this version. Cecil. Here comes Rosa again. We're going to learn a little bit about Rosa and Cecil. What's wrong? You're not quite yourself lately. Nothing. Then please don't look away. In Mysidia, we had to rob from the innocent people. Oh dear. I'm just a dark knight with no courage to disobey His Majesty. So even though Cecil's a dark knight, he's really a good person overall. The real Cecil I know would never whimper like this. And that conflict between, being good and doing kind of illegal orders is what's going to really start off this quest. You're going to Mist tomorrow, right? If anything should happen to you. Mist we know is in the northwest. Don't worry, Kane is coming too. It's late, go back to your room. Take care. You ever find out where Rosa's room is? Thanks, Rosa. Still, I'm just a dark knight. Maybe she sleeps in the barracks with the other white mages there who were practicing. But we sleep, and then game takes control again. Come out here to the center, and we meet with our friend Dragoon Kane. Let's go, Cecil. Outside the castle is the city of Baron. Let's gather information and equipment in the city. Which is exactly what we'll do, but not in this episode, because we're coming down to our time limit here. Now we step out and give us a little bit of background here in the story before giving us back control. Look, there's if you notice, there's 2 moons there. That's going to be important in the game too. Unlike Earth here, real Earth, this world has 2 moons in it. Thus, the Dark Knight Cecil was expelled from his command as a captain of the Red Wings, and he and Dragoon Kane left Baron for the village Mist, in a valley enclosed in deep fog. That's to the northwest of Baron, we were told. To deliver this package to the people there and also eliminate the monsters that are there. Airships had been a dream of many people. After the realization of that dream came greed and ambition. Through its fleet of airships, Baron became the most powerful nation. But why is Baron seeking the crystals? Why do the monsters keep increasing? Now, this is all stuff that we will find out throughout this game. In the meantime, the crystal was shedding its light silently. Is going to deposit us outside where we land at the airships, but the airships ain't going to be there, so we can't just hop on one of those airships that we used in the beginning and fly out to Mist. And we can't go back into the castle. If we try to go in, well, the guards are here blocking. We're ordered not to let you in until you're back with your missions completed. So yeah, we can open the door though, but nope, can't get in. But we can get into the village to the right here, the village of Baron, and that's what we'll do in our next episode. So take care. I'm going to make a quick save here to save the game. And I'll pick up right here in our next episode. Take care. Have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.